Wednesday. It is back to work for me. I feel like I have not worked in like 2.5 weeks. I don't work 2 days in the last 2 weeks will be my schedule. That's crazy. Here I was trying to figure out how to be off before I switch shifts. This will be my only night of this week, and then I'm done until next week. The ride alone feel crazy. I should be full of energy for this overnight thing. Hey, atmosphere. Yeah, I should be. We shall see. I tried to rest, but it didn't work. I got out of practice, I think. I'm just gonna focus on my breaks. That's how my time go by fast. If I just focus on the first break, which is 10 o'clock, then I focus on lunch at 12. Then after 12, I focus on the 3 o'clock break. I could not ride on the back of no motorcycle with nobody. Not on the freeway like this. Ain't no way. She does tempt too much. Way too much. Here I am looking at them. I don't want to see nothing crazy. But yeah, I focus on each break. After lunch, it'd be the 3 o'clock, and then after 3 o'clock break is downhill to 5:30. But I'm about to go to HR. I got like 2.5 hours of vacation left, which I can't take with me. So I'm gonna see if they'll apply that to tonight. So I can get off at 3. Anywho, I didn't want nothing. I just wanted to come on live for a little while I ride to work, and I really don't have nothing specific to talk about. Yesterday I came on here and I had started talking about distractions, but honestly, distractions are what they are. You know what I'm saying? Distractions are meant to throw you off your course, get you off your square, cause you to renege on something you're supposed to have been doing, cause you to miss something that you're supposed to be seeing when you're doing something. All those things that will cause you to fail, basically. So it's like, at this point, for some people, it's like preaching to the choir. It's like you can sit on your live and say, you know, don't let things distract you. You know, we need to focus on this and we need to do that. But honestly, it's like every man for himself out here. I can encourage you to be the best man, best woman you could possibly be. Period. I can't make you do anything you don't want to do, or any person do anything they don't want to do. The only thing I can do is share what I do. And hopefully someone is encouraged or inspired by that, you know. Right now, I am paying attention to things that could come to distract. For the simple fact is, I don't want to. Hey Lala, however, I'll ask them. I don't want to have a lot of self-inflicted bullcrap, basically. I don't want to be responsible for anything I miss along the way, or not doing something, not being obedient to God told me to do. So therefore, I'm making sure that anything seen as or that comes up as a distraction, not to ignore it and handle it. You know, it's like, go the other way. I'm not about to pick up the shiny. These trucks be like they monsters or something. Dude got 10 on his window. That shit crazy. Excuse my French. Yeah, back to work. But it's just getting crazy out here. People that don't listen. We got people that, I don't know, it's just so much. So much that has to do with me and so much has absolutely nothing to do with me. Oh God, here we go. Good afternoon, trolls. Thank you, Atmosphere. It's crazy though. You know, the older I get, like day by day, I'm just like, what I want to accomplish, I'm able to accomplish. So just do it. Ain't no prepping, ain't no prepping and priming, ain't no geeking myself up. It's just what I need to do. Right. It's just what I need to do. So therefore, that's what I'm going to do. And I suggest that to anybody. You know, there's things all the time that's going to always come up against us. That's just the bottom line. Especially when you are a child of God. It's just, there's no way around it. That's where we get no weapon formed against we shall be able to prosper. It didn't say no weapon or no weapons will form. It says no weapon. So that means anything that comes at you, as long as you are a child of God and you carry God in your heart, then it doesn't win, whatever it may be. Whatever the weapon can come by way of a person. The weapon can come by way of a layoff. It can come by way of a court case. Whatever it may be, it doesn't have to prosper unless you just lay down and allow it. You know, we want to holler accountability. Sometimes we should be accountable for our own failures. Sometimes things don't happen at our own hand. You know, my biggest thing right now is worried about myself. Yes, I care for others. Yes, I want to see everybody do well. But I can't worry about other people more than I worry about myself. Because ain't nobody's going to do my stuff while I'm worried about everybody else. You know, that's one sense of it. But the other sense is there's a lot of people that do this comparison thing. You can never accomplish and fulfill who you are comparing yourself to somebody else, because you're always trying to live up to who that person is or what that person has going on. There's always that, look at them doing that. Why ain't it me? Or they shouldn't have that. That should be me. That ain't none of your business. If it should be you, then it should be you. You need to be doing it pretty much. I don't have that type of time. I don't much care about who's watching. I don't care much about who, and I don't mean on live. I mean what I'm doing in life. I don't care who's watching. I don't care who's doing what I'm trying to do. I don't care who's already doing what I'm getting ready to do. None of my business. It has nothing to do with me. I feel like, you know, there can be 35 chicken shacks on a block, and I'm getting ready to open number 36. I'm not going to come out on the block and look around and say, man, we got chicken right there, chicken right there, chicken right there, and chicken right there, and chicken everywhere. No, I'm going to be like, all right, so what's going to make my chicken best? What's going to make my chicken stand out? What's going to make my chicken different? It might not be the chicken. It might be my establishment. It might be my presentation. It might be my personality. It might be my professionalism that sets me aside from the rest of the chicken. It might not taste as good as Betty's on the corner, but my service is impeccable. You know, so that's why it's never good to compare yourself, because for one, what's for you is for you, and for two, what you have isn't for everybody. But the bottom line is, it is for somebody. It's for everybody, but it's for somebody. So it's not something that you need to compare to what somebody else is doing. If it's in your heart, you do it. The fact that somebody else pops up and it seems like they're doing something that you said you want to do is not a... It don't happen like that. My work is different. gifts are different, talents are different by thoughts. If we spend a lot of time in our head about things, those things are like, you could be sitting there thinking of a plan or an idea. That's what it is. I can't see. You can have an ideal in your mind that is great, but as long as it's in your mind, it's not happening. And a lot of people keep their ideas in their mind because they're looking around. They're looking around at what other people are doing. They're looking around to see if anybody else is doing what they're doing, who's doing better at it, and they don't think they can come up where they're at or whatever. I believe the devil is a whole liar. And if you allow him to get in your mind like that, then you won't accomplish anything. Not one thing. Somebody right now is like, damn, you are so right, because they done put off, because they feel like somebody either has their idea, stole their idea, or somebody already doing it, so I'm not gonna do it. Bull crap. You better get to it. It doesn't matter. Like, your dreams and goals are your dreams and goals. You're not the originator of that dream, that goal, but you are the person that's carrying that gift that's supposed to birth it. Unless it just really wasn't for you, and maybe you was copying another person. Because there is a copycat spirit out here. But I'm gonna tell you like this: you can draw ideas from anywhere. My mentor always told me, ain't nothing wrong with copying, as long as you copy the right cat. There's a way to copy something and not duplicate something. I can take ideas, like when I learned how to cut hair, for example. I learned the way I learned in school. Then when I began to work in the salon, my friend, first I was working by myself, so the only thing I knew was what I learned on my own from the age of 13 till I went to school. And then when I went to school and graduated. So I learned my way, however I felt like I was going to cut when I was a kid, and I was cutting the hell out them heads back then. Didn't know what the heck I was doing, but it was right, or it was looking good, whatever the case. But once I started working with other people, I got to see other ways of doing things. So I might have copied a little bit of her method and put it with mine. Now I got a new way of cutting because I took something from someone else that helped my craft, that helped my skill level. Then I began taking hair classes in Detroit and wherever else I could go to a hair class. And when I took those cutting classes, every time I learned something, I took something from that course. I copied what they did. I mimicked it. But when I mimicked it, I didn't duplicate it. I mimicked what they did and created my own with what I learned from that person. So there's a way to copy without duplicating what someone is doing. Copyright till it's own. Copyright until it's your own. So you can't even be afraid to look at something and make an idea. Just don't go and do the same exact thing somebody doing. That's what so and so did, so I did it. No. You know what? I don't like she cut right there, but I like what she did right there. That would help me bring this together a little bit easier, so I'm gonna take that. We'll sit in church and somebody will prophesy, everybody, or somebody get in the house and car, and then they'll sit there and tell you, oh, that prophecy ain't just for them. If you reach up and grab it, it's yours too. And we believe that crap. We be living a whole life of hell, and we'll grab a prophecy that wasn't for us because they said we could. Might as well take a little tip or guide from somebody else. Now I think about stuff like that, the little cliches that you hear in church. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, something. I'm real careful about what I repeat, because I ain't trying to verbally come in agreement with just any old thing. And I can remember times when it was just like, I say whatever. It's fun. You repeat what they say, but it's like, wait a minute, let me think about what they're saying. Let me think about if I want to reach up and grab someone's prophecy. They might be ready to go through hell and high water to get that thing. So when I reached up and grabbed it, now I done signed up for hell and high water, and it wasn't even for me. That's just the way I see it. That's the way I see it. Hey, is that Marissa? Is that Macho? I can't see nothing, y'all. The way the sun shines on this phone in my thing, I can't see. It's a glare that's weird. With the signal. What? Ah, it's on the road. Oh, they are on the road, trust me. And I ain't been traveling this road a lot in the last 2 weeks, so I'm definitely paying attention. All I'm thinking about now is why the only thing I got in my bag to eat is cookies. That is not good. Yeah, so I mean, basically, my encouragement is do the damn thing. Stop sitting on it. Stop holding it. Stop worrying about what the next person's saying or doing. Worried about what somebody's saying about you or what you're doing is not going to bring you anything but frustration and I don't know. Sometimes what we think is being done or said ain't even being done and said. You know what I mean? The mind is a powerful thing, so we got to watch how we allow it. We got to use our mind and not allow our mind to use us. You know, the mind takes control. It can make you think any dang on thing. That's why it's always good to ask for wisdom, so you'll have knowledge and understanding of your thoughts versus allowing your thoughts to rule and move you. Can't be caught up in your mind. That's the devil's playground. Your mind can get you. Your mind get you where. You know, they tell you that when you're a young female. If you get her mind, you get the panties. Same thing. Don't let that mind be controlled. You control your mind. Write stuff down. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're having these thoughts of ideas, write them down. So you can see it. When you see it, you can visualize it. When you can visualize it, then you can add to it things that need to be added. Why do these people be driving so fast? Like they can go somewhere. Like this is really how my mind works throughout the day. I'll be sitting there at one minute I'll be thinking about how damn good my eyebrows look. Then the next minute I'll be thinking about what's my next move? What kind of business am I gonna start? Am I gonna do another LLC? Whatever I'm gonna do with an LLC, I need to name it and get it done now. Because a year from now I need to be buying stuff and get credit from my LLC versus myself. There's a lot of things that I need to implement that I didn't know once upon a time, but now that I know it, I can't just sit on the information I've obtained. You know, when you learn, you should grow. And I'm not saying I haven't grown, but I have not applied the things that I have learned over the last 10 years. I would say 7 to 10 years. And I done learned a lot. And I know I learned a lot because when I listen to some people talk, like say about business, there's things that go off in my brain like, oh, and I know exactly what they should be doing, you know what I'm saying? Or what they're not doing. Based on what I've done before and didn't know what to do. We were talking about business the other day, like, it's easy to be a business owner and not know business at all. I was a business owner and did not know business at all. If you don't know business, you won't make no money. You're gonna spend more money if you don't know business. Because you can run a business, I promise you. It don't take a lot. You gotta pay the bills, keep everything working, you got your business. The success of that business is contingent upon how well you know business. It ain't necessarily your business, because you can know your business is still not no business. You know, I've been a hairstylist over 30 years and I done had 2 salons and did not know business. Having a business and knowing business is definitely 2 different things. Hey, Cutting Edge, 2 different things. They are not one and the same. They don't go together. they don't go together. But in my mind, it's like, where do I want to go that I haven't gone with my life, you know? So that's what I'm focused on, getting there. And I feel like when we go through trials and tribulations, when we go through mishaps and slip-ups and mistakes, those are learning experiences. And if you learn from your experiences, it won't take long to get where you're going. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, it's not like you're starting at over or starting at the beginning. What you're doing is fine-tuning what you are already doing and applying it and going forward in it. So it shouldn't take as long. Shouldn't take as long. I'm not saying it can't, but for some things, I believe that if you go back in and do it, knowing what you're doing, it's not going to take as long, because you're not learning as you go. You're not taking those same bumps and bruises along the way. You're just going back, putting the pieces together so it can come as whole. Oh, I got up here quick. I'm supposed to get to work at 6:31. I don't gotta clock in until 7, so that's good. Yeah, man. I don't know. I just look at, like I said, I look at everything going on, and it's like raggedy. The world is a raggedy place. Okay. And I don't want to be raggedy. So therefore, I'm trying not to fall into nobody's pits. I'm trying not to be distracted by bull crap. Because the only thing a distraction is bull crap, you know. If you're walking down the street and see a pile of crap, are you going to pick it up? No. So why would you pick up distractions? They sneak in sometimes. I give even myself a pass for that, you know. Because distractions usually look like something you want or something you need, you know. So it takes a level of discernment to make sure that you're not literally walking into a distraction or being pulled by a distraction. For real, the only way we really can get through life is through prayer. Without prayer, we make it hard. I feel it's harder if we don't pray. You gotta pray sometime. If we're not willing to pray, how do we get strategy? You know, when does God download things into our heart that then we begin to put together? I believe from prayer comes dreams. You know, you might pray early in the morning, and when you lay down at night, you have a dream that literally is a walkthrough of everything you just prayed about. So prayer is definitely important. Robert said it best: prayer changes things. Prayer changes things. 100%. Too funny how I got to church yesterday, and Monday or Sunday. Dang, it's a whole nother day tripping. How I got to church Sunday, and I was sitting there, and I'm always like, I guess when I worship, when I start praying, it's like I be praying out the things in my heart. And I say that because I was praying about, you know, thanking God for his grace and mercy, and, you know, for just being good to me. You know, I don't have everything I think I should have or would like to have, but he's still been good to me. So you have to ask him to help me be a better steward over my gifts. Help me to pray more. Help me to, you know, just do the things that I need to do to get where he's wanting me to go. And I started to see myself praying, and I was like in a closet. And, you know, people have prayer closets. In my other house, I had a whole room. I had 3 bedrooms, and I utilized my whole 3rd bedroom for a prayer room. And that was like a nightly thing, 2 hours a night. And I got away from that. So I think that's why it's on my heart so bad to get that discipline back. No, it doesn't have to be 2 hours, but I want the discipline of doing it every single day, you know. And it was like when he started preaching, first of all, the sermon was about prayer. So that let me know right there, Holy Spirit moving. And then he said, some of y'all need to be in y'all closet praying. And I'm like, okay, I heard you loud and clear. But we don't pay attention to little things like that. You know what I mean? That thing that comes back and reminds you or says, yep, you're thinking right. We'll be all off over in La La Land, missing all the dang gone hints and tips and directions. We miss it all because we be in our own mind. That's why you gotta pray and ask God to show you things. Ask questions. You know, we grew up and they tell you don't question God. Well, if God knows everything, he's the one I want to ask any question. Because everybody don't know everything. Nobody knows everything but God. So therefore, you better be asking questions. Hey, what that mean? Why you want me to go there? Ask. Asking is not doubting. You know, we love to say confirmation, but a lot of times how confirmation comes? Because you still have a question. Why not just ask it versus waiting on somebody to say it again before you can scream confirmation and still do nothing? Still be disobedient after 4 confirmations. Confirmation isn't for us to hear it and be like, oh, I knew it. It's for you to hear it and do it. How many times you gonna say I knew it? We know you knew it. Confirmation. Oh, confirmation. Confirmation. I don't even like to hear people say that anymore. Because when I started looking at it like that, it was somebody I was listening to. He said, confirmation, too much confirmation is a sign of disobedience. And I thought about it like, man, if something is confirmed after the first time, then that means we probably should be doing it. But okay, second time, you need another one. That's cool. Third time, okay. Now after that third time, if you get the 5, 6, 7 confirmations, you're never gonna do what you're supposed to be doing because you're gonna be busy saying confirmation. What you waiting on? You got the confirmation. The confirmation is a green light. Why are you still chilling and waiting? What happens when you don't get confirmation no more because you're not moving? Only thing left is for you to do it. You're still waiting on confirmation, but the only thing left is for you to do it. Oh, Lord. Hello, Amazon. I'm back. I need this night to go fast. Fast, fast, fast. I want my Amazon t-shirt. I am ready for work. Good God. Let me scoot back. Y'all know I'm short. I'll be having to be up close. Closer. Well, like I said, this was a pulse check. I don't know who's still in here, but I hope that everyone is having an amazing start of their week. We're about to be halfway through. It's funny, y'all, because we almost through August, and it seemed like it just started. We will be in September in another couple of weeks. Seemed like it was just August the 1st, and then, not to mention, it's gonna be September, October, November, December. 3 months left of 2024. See how time is flying? We were just saying Happy New Year for 2024. Now it's about to be 2025. And that's going to go in the blink of, if August is gone, it's going to be 2025 real quick. Time for me to start planning for my birthday. Go, shawty. It's your birthday. Indeed it is. Let me see who was in here. Yup, Macho. Don't know who Tony is. Atmosphere release. the signal. I don't know what that means. Broke from Russia. Lala. What am I planning? Hey, Clean. What do you mean what I'm planning? Just period. I'm planning to get to some of that success that I ain't been tapped into. You know? There's a lot of things that I could have been doing that I haven't done. There's a lot of things that I started doing that I need to finish. There are things that I want to do over. You know? I'm not afraid of doing something again. What can happen by doing it again? It can only be better. You know what I mean? And everything that I want to do over was not necessarily bad, but if I do it from where I am now, it's going to be better. Yeah, I'll get it done just like the rest of us. You know, and that was my whole thing. It's like not allowing distractions to get us sidetracked from the things we're trying to do because time is short. You know, before you know it, you look up and you be 72, talking about, dang, it was 2024 and I was 50. I should have did it then. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. You better do it. I don't want to be that person. You know what I mean? Be 65, like, damn, I should have did it. I don't know what made me not do it. I don't want to be like that. I do not. How you doing, Clean? What's good? Everything good in the bakery? It's all good in the bakery, my friend. Still baking cakes. Girl, now you want to move. I could have parked right there. I'm just gonna stay right here. Give myself a little bit of walking. I ain't got to park next to the door. This when I get off work, boy, I'll be liking to run to the car. And then if it be raining, I'll be right there. That'd be good. I don't know. Right now, I'm feeling like the sky is the ceiling, and I want to bust through the ceiling. I'm trying to take my thing to the heavens. Forget the sky. You know what I mean? Sky's the limit. Yes, it is a limit. It's a limit that surpasses the sky. There is a limit that surpasses the sky. But I think we conditioned to believe that. We hear it like, girl, I want to do this. Girl, sky's the limit. And maybe that's why some of us don't never reach that goal, because we stop at the sky. We stop at the sky. You know what I'm saying? Bust through the sky. What's the limit? You got space. You got heaven. I don't know what's out there, but why stop at the sky right there? I can see it. I see the sky. Why am I going to stop right there? That's really nowhere. It might be far, far away, but it's really nowhere. If I can see it, it's nowhere. So that means I need to go further than eyes can see. Why not? That's faith. He says, ears have not heard, and eyes have not seen, and ears have not heard. That's the stuff I'm trying to do. The things that are unheard of. You know, it was just like that right here, except for hers. It did something I never saw happen before. I never heard of anything like this. It was dope. It was amazing. And that's what I mean. Like, don't not do something because someone else is doing it. Sky is not the limit. Shoot with the stars and come down with the moon. Man, I'm trying to go past the moon. I'm coming down with glory belts. I'm gonna shoot for the stars, go on and pass the moon. Say hi on the way. It's just, I don't know. It's like, I'm glad that, you know, because I could be, at 51, I could be sitting here in a midlife crisis. So, if this is midlife crisis, it's pretty good. Because I got, like, man, my my creative bones are strong. You know what I'm saying? My thoughts are fresh. I'm not panicking. I'm not thinking, oh God, what if, what? It ain't, I don't have no worries. I don't have no worries. I don't have nothing extraordinary. I just got a lot of faith. You know what I mean? Like, he'll never leave me nor forsake me, so why should I panic? You know what I'm saying? Why should I think that I can't go as far as I'm supposed to go? But you got to be intentional. You're only going to go as far as you take yourself. God ain't going to push you. He ain't going to force you. He's not going to make you if you don't want to. He's equipped you. Exactly, clean. A mustard seed. He's equipped you. You're fully equipped to do everything that you were purposed to do. But it's about that journey. It's about that walk. It's about the get up and go do it. Get up and go get it. It's not going to fall in your lap. And I don't know about y'all. I'm not one of them people that sit around talking about, oh, I can't wait to get to Jesus come back. I can't wait till Jesus come back. I can't wait to get my mansion in heaven. I want a mansion on earth. I don't even want a mansion, but a nice house. But I'm just saying, it's literally people out here that feel like you gotta pass away, go to heaven to get those great things on earth as it is in heaven. So you really gonna wait till you die to get a mansion when God equipped you to have whatever the desires of your heart are here on earth? Man, I got watermelons. It's like, I feel like this. I be having, like, sometimes I be having thoughts like, what if you wake up and tomorrow and that's it? That's when you'll be talking about, oh my God, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. I don't want to be that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know when the day is where it won't be no more days, but I don't want to be stuck having done nothing, you know. That's why I say I want to get married. Hey, Rainisha, I want to have grandchildren, hopefully. You know, I can't force them kids to have no kids, but I do want some grandkids. I want to live my life and live it more abundantly, like he said we would have. More abundant doesn't necessarily mean more money. It means more life, more living. That's what it means to me. I'm able to have a good life, be a good person, help other people, love other people, share good news with other people, reach my goals, start some things that could carry on, build a legacy. Those are the things that I feel qualify us as living when we're doing things that mean something. You know, some people sit around all day and do things that don't mean a hill of beans, and that's what they're going to have at the end, is a hill of beans. No heaven, no hell. It's gonna be a hill of beans. They're gonna chilling in their hill of beans. I was thinking about I had been thinking about this movie, and it was about the rapture. And it was crazy because the pastor started talking about that movie the other day. He was like, some of y'all gonna get caught up in the rapture. You don't know if it's gonna be next week and you'll be in the Smoothie King. He was like, all of a sudden, poof. And then your clothes, he said, you better hope your clothes drop. I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie. It was like, what if it is like that? You know what I'm saying? And we out here lollygagging, arguing, fighting, and doxing and battling and doing all this crazy stuff. Keeping all our gifts right. I don't know where they at. I ain't gonna say right here because they can't be in your heart. Because if they's in your heart, they wouldn't allow you to be off on a tangent for too long. You know, it's something that'll be in you that's like, I can get back to this. But what if, you know, you go out to eat tonight with your family and it's 5 of y'all at the table and everybody's clothes appear in the chair and then you just sitting there. You know, when you just sitting there, you got left behind. I ain't trying to get left behind. You know, like I said, people have their own beliefs. I believe Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins and he's my Lord and personal Savior. And I'd rather be wrong. I rather believe and be wrong than to not to believe and be wrong. But if the rapture happens like that, literally, like if you just zap off the earth or whatever, can you imagine standing there and you looking around and all these people just, they clothes just drop to the ground and you be like, hold up. I ain't supposed to, the movie I seen, that man was like, wait, what do I need to do to get in? I gave all this money. I did this. I did that. You know, some people think I got a good heart. They think they got a good heart and their heart don't be worth a penny, but that's not enough. It's not enough. We have to really come from a heart that allows God in. If you don't allow God into your heart, you could be in trouble. So it's enough to make sure you stay in that space. You know, ain't nobody safe for real, for real. Ain't no saints. None of us are sinless. I don't know what might get you a ticket down yonder or not. But what I do know is I can try my best to make sure I'm in the number. You know, the first thing was receiving Christ. Now you receive Christ and then you just continue to live a whole hell of life. A life of hell, rather. You might want to rethink if you really gave your heart. Because your heart should change, you know. It should change. Yes, you'll still slip up. Yes, you'll still mess up. No, you will never be perfect. But your heart will have a conviction that comes with it. That's why I know a lot of people are heartless, because I feel convicted by some things that I hear some people say. And I didn't even say it, wouldn't have never thought it or said it. But I feel convicted in my heart. Like, it's painful, you know what I'm saying? And it's somebody that's real cool can say something that's real foul, and it convicts me, you know? I'm like, shit, I be scared. You know how these kids, you be like, girl, lightning gonna strike you? I'll be like, boy, what if that really happened? Boy, we be seeing people get zapped on live all the time. Zoop, zoop, zap, zap. Renew your mind daily. Amen. I was on that scripture yesterday, I think. Let me see. Romans 2:2. Do not conform to the pattern of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So you will be able to test. What is the word? Oh, test and approve what God's will is. His will is pleasing and perfect. Good, pleasing, and perfect. That was Romans 2:2. I wrote that down yesterday, Clean. I really did. Renewing your mind. And you got to do that every day. Because every day, they say new devil, new day, new devil, new devil, new level, all that good stuff. Well, if you want to prevent that, renew your mind daily. Ask God to renew your heart and your mind daily. Because anything can come in your heart that can mess you up on that day. You got to constantly renew your mind, because there's constantly going to be things of the world that want to come in. But if you don't conform to those things, you got to make sure you're still in that renewing space. Make sure that you're still having a right heart and a right mind. A changed heart. You know, if you repent, now you got to have a changed heart. And that's a space where a lot of us are in, that for real, you just need to repent, because you might be sitting there looking at a pile of clothes one day if you don't. It sounds funny, but I'm like so serious right now. I'm more serious than I could possibly be right now, honestly. No, you don't need a new butterfly. You need to take care of the butterfly you got, friend. I don't know if I got a butterfly, but that's my butterfly, and I'm sticking beside him. That's my butterfly, and I'm sticking beside him. For what? You know what I mean? We old. We ain't young. We old people. Well, what? We old people. Anybody out here still playing the field and running up after women and stuff is just a lost little boy or girl. Hey, Diane. It is really time to settle down. Especially if you got kids. Give them something to look at that's meaningful and positive. And then for your own self and your own peace of mind. I know it's tiring being a stud muffin or a gigolo. Having all the honeys and the hotties. It's tiring. I don't have time. I couldn't even juggle two men. Shit. Barely can juggle myself in one. But two are better than one. You know what I'm saying? If you got you a strong one, a good one, or if you got one that need a little strength and you got a lot of strength, y'all can come together and make some powerful things. People say power couple, but to me that's the same principle. If two or three gather together, then God is in the midst. If you're joined as two people come together for the good of God, for the good of family, for the good of self, that's a winning situation. Two people is better than one. That is the most valuable lesson I think I learned here since I've been in Virginia, because I was so used to doing things on my own and having to kind of start over by myself versus already being in a situation by myself, having to start over by myself. I couldn't have did it without help. Well, let us know when you engage too, because somebody else that be on this app that got a blue wrench in my chat, he didn't tell us he was engaged. He just kind of dropped the bomb on us. He hold engaged, ain't tell nobody. We didn't even know he had a girl. Just pop up engaged. Yeah, two are one. He joined. If you got the right one, then you can't go wrong. But I think that when you join with that person, if you put God first, then he does all the heavy work. Y'all just gotta stay prayerful and walk in the same direction. Two can't walk together unless they agree. You don't want to be like this with your honey. You gotta be doing this. You could be doing this, but as long as y'all go in that same direction. I think it's about building and gaining strength and growing and be willing to grow. We're not the smartest one in the room at any given moment. We can always learn from each other. So it's like you got to be open. Those are the things I learned. Be open, be honest, and be willing to listen. Because if you're with somebody that loves you, they're not going to tell you anything wrong. They're not going to steer you in the wrong direction. They're going to tell you something that's going to benefit you and them at the same time. At least that's how I am. Angelica! Hi! That's my friend. Yep, but that's my little soapbox talk for today. It was all around the world in 49 minutes as usual. Yeah, I know I just start talking about whatever is in here, up here. Sharing is caring, you know what I mean? But yeah, I hope that everybody is having a good day and has been having a good week, month, or whatever. If I haven't talked to you in a while, I'm glad to see everybody here seems to be in good spirits and doing well. I'm okay. I'm gonna come back on. I can't say when. I might come back on tomorrow because I don't gotta work. I took my vacation time because they're not gonna let it. When I switch my shift next week, they're not gonna let the vacation carry over. So I use that. I'm about to go in here and see what they can do with these last 2.5 hours. I need them to. But yeah, man. I pray that God blesses you guys with brand new ideas, new strength that you thought you didn't have. And most of all, hope he gives you peace and good rest tonight. So with that being said, I'm out of here. Bye-bye now.